Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Yo guys, it's been a while, Beamer Dad here, and I haven't posted in a few months, and wanted to start getting back into the YouTube thing. My life has been crazy. My wife's running for office, like a local election, which takes up a ton of time, and we bought a new house, this guy right there, and still not all unpacked, and you know, just going through a bunch of crap and working on the project car and stuff like that. But you know, I'm trying to upload more and get back into it because it is something I like doing. So yeah, apologize for being gone, but so I've done a lot of work on the 335i, and I want to go over some of the stuff. This video is going to be about JB4 and which tune you should choose depending on your the stuff you have done to your car. So I'm going to go through the menus and how I set them up, and you can see if it'll work for your car. So I'm going to do that, and yeah. Alright, so I'm in my car now, so just an overview. I have a 2009 BMW 335i xDrive, and right now it just has a charge pipe, Tial Q blow-off valve, and DCIs, and then of course a JB4. So when you start up the JB4, you get this nice gauge sweep. So let me start it up. And yeah, the service is just, I haven't reset the oil thing. Alright. Alright, my car's always loud when I start it up. I also have the exhaust flap control unplugged, so I do get a code, but not a check engine light. Yeah, and my awful miles per gallon is because I drive like 4 miles to work every day, so it's mostly like city driving. So, alright, to get into the JB4 menu, you're going to hit the bottom arrows there to get there, so let me do that. Alright, and then you see that the center area like basically just goes away, and then you have your menus here. So basically the tachometer is the setting, and then the speedometer is the menu, and then from the bottom here this changes the menu, and then obviously the other side is the setting. So let me center my wheel there. Okay, alright, so menu 0 is your tune. So if you put it all the way on 0, right, then that is the basic stock tune. Once you go to 1, it's 13 psi is the target, and it's basically like a stage 1, basically, you know, whatever. 14.5 psi stage 2 is only recommended if you have catless downpipes. I do not, so don't use that. Stage 3 is the progressive meth, so if you're running methanol injection. Stage 4, I'm sorry, 4 is OEM tuning, so it's like stock like performance, but with CAN active. And then map 5 is auto tuning. So I run map 5 because I run an E30 mix, not right now, but usually, and I can see about 17 psi just from the stuff that I have on my car. I don't suggest running map 5 all the time. I've had some weird stuttering with like the boost and stuff, but you know, and then I go back to map 1 and it's like super smooth. But map 5 is very aggressive. It also takes into account a lot of the weather, I feel like, because when it's nice and cool, it's you know, it gets way more boost, and I don't have an air cooler or anything like that. 6 is a user-defined boost setting, which I don't use. It's for tuners and troubleshooting and stuff like that. And then 7 is the race gas map, which I don't have. So I'll go back to 5. So once you pick 5, I'm just gonna go over like the few things that you should set up. So obviously map 0 is a tune. So for me it's 5. 1 is checking like your codes, which is nice. So if you go up to 1 and then you hit the down arrow, I'm not gonna do it now. It'll blink, and then it will move the this arrow here and show you your code. There's like a little guide to read it. but basically it's 0 through 9, and then at 100 it's A, and then down to G, yeah, something like that. So then I go to menu 2. So that's a cool menu. Menu 2 is gauge hijacking. So the way I have it right now is boost on fuel. So when I'm under boost, my fuel gauge will actually show the boost, which is awesome. You can also put timing, which is 2 IATs. You can do under overboost target on fuel, meth flow on fuel, water temp, or AFR. The AFR is super unreliable though, because it's not like a real AFR gauge, so I wouldn't take it. Take it with a grain of salt. 3 is your shift light. So I have a, I probably should change this. So that's your hazards will blink once to shift. For map 4, that's stealth gauge mode. So for 1, so this can give you a lot of problems. So 1 is the toggle on off stealth gauge mode. 2 is back end flash mode. So I had it on 2 even though I didn't have a back end flash, and that was just almost like a default thing. I'm not sure how it got there. And I was gonna, every time I hit like 4,500 RPM, I would go into limp mode, and I did not know what was going on. So I had to look online, and everyone was like, oh, you make sure it's on map 3. So map 3 is the default OEM flash only, right? The 4 flash only mode is JB4 for gauges only. And then there's a few other like ones. This is exhaust flap open full time. I'm not sure how well that works. I have it actually pulled out, so I'm not sure if that would even affect it. So for 5, I don't really, that's configuring your gauges for like metric and stuff like that. Menu 6 is your max cool mode. So if you put it on 1, and I don't suggest using it, but if you put it on 1 and then leave it there, it's max cool, so it runs your water pump and fans more often. I just keep it on well, actually you're supposed to keep it on 2. Max cool mode off, so that's 2. And then 7 is your oil gauge hijacking. So this I also do. So for this one, I have it on 4, which is your under/over boost target on oil. So as I boost, it's going to want to stay in the middle. So that's your target boost is the middle, and then it will show you over or under boost. This is really good for diagnosing like boost leaks or any like weird wastegate things where it's staying open to show you over boost. Map 8 is a 2-step rev limiter, which I have an automatic, so that doesn't really matter. And then everything else is kind of just settings you can play around with. Alright, so obviously there's other videos and probably better videos about the JB4 system, but I just want to talk to you about how it is on my car. So my car, again, DCI, charge pipe, blow-off valve, and that's it, and the JB4, of course. And I don't have a back-end flash yet. I've already paid for the license, and I don't have a trickle charger, so I haven't put it on. But yeah, the JB4 is an awesome addition to the car. It's also a great diagnostic tool. I have read and cleared my codes multiple times. I've fixed issues. I had a Vanos code and ended up cleaning that stuff. But I will make another video about the 2 codes that really gave me some problems and how I fixed them. Because I was about to, this car was being crazy. So yeah, thanks for watching another video. It went a little bit longer than I meant it to go, but it's a pretty good overview of everything and how I have it set up. And the car hits 16.5, 17 psi, especially on E30 mix, and it pulls crazy hard. So thanks, I appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. I will be posting more often, at least weekly. I'd like to post every other day or every 3 days, but I live out in like the country, so there's not really that much car stuff going on. So all right, thanks.